What's up, guys? Uh, man, there's been a lot of drama lately. I just wanted to dip my toes in a little bit here. It's funny. A Chris Jones, what is it, Beast Mode something now? Name of his channel. Chris Jones, Physiques of Greatness is what I remember because that's the last time I fucking paid attention. Uh, but anyway, one of his videos popped in my recommended, about a week ago. Um, and yeah, it's kind of has to do with all the Greg Doucette drama, etc. Cali and Muscle stuff. Don't talk about other men. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so I just found it funny that that was kind of being trendy again. Seeing Beast Mode Jones. I'm not gonna get the name of his channel right because I can't remember. Um, I think I might remember Pump Chasers. Physiques of Greatness than Pump Chasers after Vince left. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Uh, so yeah, it came in and I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and of course now stuff like that is popping into my recommended feed, where there would normally be like car videos and Minecraft videos and things like that. So the thing is, like all of this, and now that Greg is a snitch, confirmed or not, I saw the dude eating for gains, posted alleged legal documents. I don't know enough there to know how easy that is to forge or whatnot. I mean, I know anybody can go on fucking Google Docs and print something that looks like a legal document. So, whatever. Anyway, I just want to kind of comment on the culture of things and how I've seen changes. Um, First of all, like the natty or not people, the people who get big on doing natty or nots, almost always some suspect shit. Uh, it's always every time I've seen, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't watch the internet all day every day. It's always people that are on steroids, and it seems that admitting to being on steroids gives one a pass, and now everything that comes out of their mouth is gospel because at least they're not lying about steroids. Which, hey, kudos being open about it if you're going to be on. There's certainly an additional level of respect there for being open about it, where some people um, aren't open about it, and that's kind of fine. And then some people just blatantly lie about it, which isn't okay at all. However, that doesn't make somebody like this, beacon of virtue just because they admit to being on gear. That doesn't mean they're not capable of lying. That doesn't mean they're not capable of being snakes. Doesn't mean they're not capable of having ulterior motives, things like that. So just because somebody says, "Oh, hey, I'm admitting that I'm on steroids. I know everything about steroids now. I know every single person who is a fake natty because I'm on steroids. So I know only steroids can cause this or that." Again, in a world of billions of people, there are outliers, and with the internet connecting almost the entire world, whereas before those outliers, may only be seen locally, regionally, things like that. Um, Outliers can are given a sense of normalcy now. So, yes, there's some obvious ped users, and it's going to be obvious. But there's also that fine line of actual legitimate outliers, and it gets kind of fuzzy there. But this whole culture of believing somebody because they're open about their use and taking their words as gospel about who is natty or who is not natty is fucking absurd. Taking anybody's word for gospel on here, the whole guruism thing is fucking absurd. But I've seen this culture shift. I've been in and around uploading YouTube videos since like 2013. Very unsuccessfully, I might add, but that's okay. Um, and it really did used to be a pretty wholesome community for the most part. Obviously, when money gets involved and like legit I can make a career out of this money starts happening, things get skewed and whatnot. And that's, to be expected. It's okay. But again, and that kind of facilitated the culture shift away from, it used to be a lot of, mostly just training videos, training vlogs. I don't even think we called them vlogs back then. We just voiced over training videos, or uploaded raw content, things like that. Then full day of eatings came into popularity, et cetera, et cetera. But now it's, and there was like, I got a comment, a reply to a 7-year-old comment yesterday, on an old Johnny Candido video, and it was funny seeing like all the names like in the comment section, like Nick Wright, and I think Alpha Destiny was even there, Brandon Campbell, Tim Thibodeau, and it's all like these what we would call now cringy comments, but it was wholesome at the time, and it was all super supportive, and that's what it was back then. Anyway, there's been a big culture shift. It's not like that no more. Now it's, instead of this almost, super wholesome, unrelenting, supportive system, it's who can I catch in the smallest mistake or missing the smallest detail out of something and call them out. And of course, you always want to call your way up the chain. So you don't want to look down at somebody. If you've got 5,000 subscribers, you don't want to call out somebody with 1,000 subscribers, because you're just batting below, you're swinging down. You want to call out somebody with 50,000 subscribers, somebody with 100,000 subscribers, and swing your way up to get noticed. And that's more or less what the game is now. Aside from calling out, you could go the Marc Lobliner route and, suck Athlean X's dick your way up, try to revive your dead channel, talk about like actual cringe, holy fuck. But yeah, it's, just the culture has shifted, and I've noticed that a lot. Like I said, I clicked on one video that showed up in my suggested out of curiosity, because I've not been subbed to anything Chris Jones for a long time, and to see it pop in my suggested feed, curiosity killed the cat, and here I went down a rabbit hole, and now all these videos are back in my feed again, and it's, people calling out Doucette for snitching, and Doucette saying, look, I've been open about this, and now court documents saying he snitched, and Callie Muscle saying shouldn't be talking about other men, when, and I kind of, it is what it is. You can do what you want on YouTube. I'm not really a super fan of like calling out every little single detail. Obviously, if somebody, is popular, and is getting bad information out regularly to people, and it could possibly hurt or injure them, etc. Like, Jeff Cavalier's fucking bullshit of a channel. It takes a community effort to point that out. But like the little nitpicky stuff, if Greg Doucette snitched back in 2015 or whatever, judge him as you may. If, you think you would not have done that in that situation, by all means. But it's at the end of the day, it's probably not going to affect Greg negatively in any way. And from what I understand, I don't know how big or not his channel was, or how much money he was making from YouTube back then during that, if he even had a YouTube. But if he came on YouTube after that, I don't care. I'm not going to support somebody who ratted on their friends. And I'll probably just mostly ignore his channel, like, anyway. But it's not going to make a huge difference. Only thing, again, like the natty or not culture, and this whole culture of let's believe anybody who's on steroids that admits to being on steroids, because, at least they're admitting it, so they're probably honest about everything else. When it turns out that, may or may not be, especially in the States, steroids are illegal. So you're going to have to deal with people who are into that sort of thing. And I've done my fair share of recreational drugs back in the day. Um, so like, you're not always operating with the most upstanding citizens. So again, these are the people that are giving you this information. Like they deal with the underground, so to speak. You have to kind of move in there, and I'm sure some of these top level guys probably have a more streamlined process, and can get it from better sources. But again, don't believe somebody just because they admit or are open about their steroid usage. All that means is they're not lying about themselves and their personal use. It doesn't mean they know everything about everybody else, and it doesn't mean they're going to be right all the time about everybody else either. Um, yeah, I feel like I'm rambling about the same old thing forever now. So